Hi, good evening. Oh, sorry. The glare from my glasses. Okay, I'll try to read without. Good evening. This is CC Cycle 1, Week 13. Um, today in community, we had a fun day back from our long break, and minds were trying to get back in the groove. And so you could tell that most people were, they were not they were not with it. So I felt like I was just singing a lot of the songs and they weren't really singing along, but they were starting to get to it. So anyway, really quickly, I'm just going to quickly go through, so try not to make this too long for you. For timeline, we did Age of Exploration. And so for this, we did Age of Exploration, circa, and then we wiggled our forefingers, circa 1400 to circa 1600. So you rub your thumb and your pinky together. I can't do it without keeping my other, moving my other fingers, but circa 1600. And then, so for Prince Henry, we did, so you put your thumb on your knuckle of your middle finger and you go, Prince Henry founds School of Navigation, slave trade in Africa. And then we just make the shape of Africa. So close your fingers, open them up, close them. So slave trade in Africa. So a G is like this. So Gutenberg's printing press. So your fingers are like you're pressing. Songhai in Africa. So this is the sign for gold. So like this. Songhai in Africa. And do the shape of Africa again. Tsar Ivan the Great of Russia. So, I'm sorry, like this. Tsar Ivan the Great of Russia. So, like when they do the Russian dances, so on your hips. And then for Spanish, we did, I don't know why. So I told the kids I'd look, and I forgot to look. So, like these X's, and then like you're putting on a cape, Sir Ivan. I know, Spanish. That's what we do for Spanish, and then Inquisition. So tell your kiddos. I'll get back to them about this. But so Age of Exploration, circa 1400 to circa 1600. Prince Henry founds School of Navigation, slave trade in Africa. Gutenberg's printing press, Songhai in Africa. Tsar Ivan the Great of Russia, the Spanish Inquisition. Okay. For math, we did liquid equivalents, and so we did 8 fluid ounces equals 1 cup, 2 cups equals 1 pint, 2 pints equals 1 quart, and 4 quarts equals 1 gallon. For history, we did Tell Me About the Kush, and we just sang the song. I'm drawing a blank. We did something else, but we did sing the song, and we just sang it to the timeline song. So you can find that on your CC Lite app or the Sandbox on CC Connected. I'm sorry, it's just not coming to mind what else we did with that. And then for geography, we talked about Western Africa. And so we did it to the tune of the Lion King. So we did Oe Moet, Oe Moet, Oe Moet, Oe Moet, Western Africa, Atlantic Ocean, Senegal River, Niger River, Sahara Desert, and the Ivory Coast. coast. Oe moet. And then, okay. And so for that, we just traced, erased, sang the song a few times. And then, you show me. And then I'd ask them and they'd show me where on the map. For science, we did what are some parts of the geosphere. And so I think I sing too much because I don't think I have singers, all these boys in my journeyman's class. So, and so I sang to the tune of "Oh, Be Careful Little Feet, Where You Go." And so I did what are some parts of the geosphere? Core, mantle, crust, hydrosphere, biosphere, and atmosphere. These are some parts of the earth. So we did that several times. And then, I had some students pretend to be the teacher. So they just pointed to the different parts. And then we sang it backwards a few times, from the atmosphere all the way to the core. And that was it. For English, we talked about compound prepositions. So we did prepositions for the first half of the year. Now we did compound prepositions. So we did according to, in addition to, except for, I'm sorry, I have to look. In front of, out of, instead of. And then we just pointed instead of. Go the other way. All right. And then for Latin, we're going all the way through again. Exactly what we did for the first half of the year to really put that to memory. So we talked about the 5 noun cases. So just as a reminder, we did it to the tune of 3 blind mice at the beginning of the year, and I just kept it. So we did 5 noun cases, nominative, subject, nominative, subject, genitive, possessive, dative, then we put our hands on our hips, dative, indirect object, accusative, direct object, ablative, object of the preposition, ablative, object of the preposition. And that is it, guys. So I hope you have a great week. Just real quick, we did for fine arts, we talked about Giotto and how he was an Italian painter and during the early Renaissance. And so he was commissioned to do a lot of Gothic cathedral work. And so we did Gothic stained glass windows that had that nice arch. And we made egg tempera paint. And so we just talked about the process, and we made the paint and made stained glass windows. So those came out really great. That took a while, and so we moved through science quickly. For the next 6 weeks, for the next 6 weeks, we're talking about a different artist each week, and then in science, we just started the beginning of an earth science segment. So that's what we'll do for the next 6 weeks. So today we talked about the tilt of the earth and 4 seasons, and we also talked about minerals found in the earth. So, all right, guys, have a great week. Bye.